Hey tankers, what is up? This is Alexbuildit. Today we're taking a look at the brand new map that comes in 2.7 Mirage. It's set in a very dusty, sandy environment, with the left having a beautiful waterfall and a miniature town. We'll be taking an in-depth look at this today. On the right, while I was just looking around this map, I found something that you cannot see from above. I wanted to see how deep this area was, and I went under. I found something relatively neat. I found a submersible that looks incredibly like the one from the Beatles movie. And I'll be showing you that here, right there.
Yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine.
This area of the map is really easy to drown in, just this one corner. And I'm not really seeing a whole bunch of battles that would probably be happening in this corner. Most of them might happen on the left. There's lots of new destroyable features. Instead of just reusing old houses on new maps that were destroyable, they added in sort of like a deserty house. That's kind of nice. And this map is extremely open. It's a sniper's paradise. The developers finally listened and they gave us a map which tank destroyers are going to absolutely wreck people on. I'll be showing you some amazing sniper spots a little bit later on. Coming to the west of the map, or in this case the east, due to whichever side you spawn on. Taking a look around, very open, very flat. Look at the graphics. The graphics are amazing. They did a really good job. In the far distance, a waterfall on the other side of the map. This is one of the larger maps in Blitz. Now I'm going to be showing you some of the sand dune areas where mediums will probably be. You'll notice my left and right some sniper spots. I'll be driving up there in a 183 a little bit later on. Coming around, seeing what's what. There's a river that goes underneath the railroad tracks. And for some reason there's cars in the water. Who puts cars? Who would drive their car into the water, I ask? That just doesn't make a lot of sense. Still, it'll provide some cover right there. Coming forward, checking around the sand dunes. Other side of the spawn where we start. Some destroyable features, an anti-aircraft gun. Now, the cap circle itself, it is open from many different directions. It is going to be almost impossible to capture the base unless there's very few enemies left who are hiding or they're too far away to get there, because the distance on this map is really large, but it's very open. It's open from several directions, and in fact, from one spawn to the other, you can almost get a clear shot at it. Whoa, a little bit too fast for myself there. Coming on over. We're starting to see a bit of village. Some of these houses are destructible, some of them are soft cover, some of them are hard cover. Peeking over, taking a look at the other side of the cap, lots of little destroyable features. And then there's this area over here, the hill. I was just testing to see if that's destroyable. It is. Now, this little ridge on my right, you can get on it and provides a very decent view of the entire battlefield, except for that part of the map that had the submersible. That area is relatively secure, and behind the steep sides of the sand dunes are also secure from that overlook, but it has a very decent view of the entire map. Coming around the right here, trying to figure out which of these buildings are destroyable, which are not, which are hard cover, which are soft cover. Some of the bigger ones are completely indestructible. Coming over, shooting up some buildings, just taking a look around. Really, really beautifully well done. The waterfall is extremely nice as well. There's some rocks over here that you can use for cover. In the center, between both spawns, is a little lake between both sides of this building. Just checking to see if this is destroyable with high explosive. It is not. Coming around, you see there's like good places for heavies to go right here. They can side scrape off these undestroyable buildings, and right at the other side separated by the lake. You cannot drown in this lake. It's very, very shallow. You can even get behind the waterfall, which shows you
the waterfall, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see
Hey, hello,
the
Mr. Young.
backside of water. How about that? The backside of water.
Yeah, I'll show you how shallow this little lake area is. On the other side of the spawn, it's nearly identical. Good place for soft and hard cover for heavies to skyscrape behind. And this lake, you could actually, if you're brave enough or foolish enough, go straight across this lake towards the enemy spawn if there's no one there, and use the opposite sides of the building that you're approaching as cover to play peekaboo up close and personal. Up here's this ridge. I really do like this ridge. It provides great sniping spots, which I'll be showing you momentarily, and which have a range of hundreds of meters where you can see almost all the way to any side of either spawn. Light tanks may be able to get some early spots where they get to this position and cover the center and the left or the right, depending on which side they spawn from. It's an overall very strategy-based map. I look forward to seeing how this all plays out. And now for the sniping spots. The sniping spots are not few at all. There's about 3 on either side that are very viable. Like over here, you got a complete, like 180 degrees that you can see almost all the way to opponent spawn. Look how large this map size is. And it's, for the most part, flat, but right there is not the best sniping spot. There's some better ones, which I'll be showing you. Like over here on the other side of the train tracks, you have the opportunity to see the right side of the map, the center, and part of the ridge line. But probably one of the best ones that you can get to on this side of the spawn is this one right here, provided someone else is in front of you and spotting. You have the access to the ridgeline, you have access to shots behind you, you have access to shots in front of you. It's an overall very good spot. Another dominant spot is this area right here, like the ridgeline, which we mentioned earlier. You get a very decent 180 degree view all around. Gonna be absolutely awesome for sniping, provided someone spots for you. And from the other side of the cap, here's their next best sniping area. Pretty decent, fairly good. Anyway, if you enjoyed this Alexbuildit production, please leave a like, comment, and perhaps subscribe if it's the kind of thing you enjoy watching. Alexbuildit out, folks. Blitz on, tankers.